Good morning. Where are you? Okay, we're gonna start. Feet all the way up to the edges. Make a fist, draw those elbows back, squeeze them together. So you have a massive activation going on of your upper back, and then you're gonna fold halfway down while you maintain that really strong activation. Make sure you're drawing the belly button up and in towards the spine. We're gonna do this about 3 or 4 more times and try to incorporate your breathing. So you're gonna exhale on your way down, inhale on your way up. Try to breathe as much as possible during the class. Do one more. Now stand tall. You're gonna sweep the right arm all the way up and over, and then let the hip go out to the side and take that arm over the ear, but keep it really long. So you're trying to reach it up and out. That way you get a really nice release through that shoulder blade, your side body. And then we're going to switch sides. And let's just sort of oscillate now between both sides. Nice and slow. And again. There she is.
Very clear, down breathe.
There you are. Okay, we're just getting warmed up. So here we go. Big reach to the side, let the hip go out, and then do the same on the other side. Big reach all the way over. One more time on each side. Make sure you got your feet nice and wide. Should feel really good. One more time. Nice. Now we're going to take a nice big deep breath. Keep the arms wide and try to pull the shoulders apart from each other. Take your gaze, look up a little bit. Find a spot where your neck feels comfortable. Now lift the shoulders up. And then relax the shoulders and swan dive it all the way down. Let your head go. So your neck is nice and long and relaxed. Now you're going to inhale and extend to a flat back. Hold this and shift your hips backwards. Now walk the fingers a little more forward. And then fold all the way back down. While you're down here, bring your feet hip width apart. Inhale and extend to a flat back. And then squat down. You should feel, if you're letting your knees come over the toes, you should feel a nice stretch right in your lower legs, bottom part of your calves. Now fold all the way back down again, let your head go. And we're going to do it one more time. Inhale, extend. Bend the knees. Let your knees pull over the toes. So you're really trying to find that release in the lower leg. Back to a fold. Now we're going to roll up Pilates style, nice and slow. And then take a nice big deep breath. Reach the arms straight up to the ceiling. Try to get them nice and long. And then relax. So we're just going to shake out the arms by just swaying them side to side. Nice. Now give yourself a hug with your arms. So you're trying to get your hands as far back there as you can. And then cross over and hug yourself the opposite way. Nice. Bring your left arm straight and then cross it. So you're getting a nice stretch through the back of the shoulder. And do the same on the other side. Straighten the arm, pull it across, keep it long. Nice. Now you're going to hip hinge here. So you're going to stick your butt back. You're going to lean forward, sort of like you're ready to dive. So arms are nice and long, palms are facing down. Crowd out your chest. And then sweep the arms up. and then take them back down. And we're just gonna go up and down a few times. So you're lifting them high in the back, high in the front. Keeping your butt back, your belly in. Oh my goodness, there's so much to remember. Belly's super important, right? You want to engage those muscles as much as you can. Okay, hold the arms up. Stand tall, reach for the ceiling. And then swan dive it all the way down, let your head go. From here, we're going to take baby steps with our hands and walk out to a plank. Once you're in your plank, step your feet in, put your knees down, and you're going to do some nice, slow cat-cows here. This is sort of a feel-good moment, so if you find a spot where you want to hang out, maybe try shifting your hips back. Whatever you do, draw that belly button in the whole time. Okay, neutral spine. You're going to take your left arm out and your right leg back. So both limbs are really long. And try not to lock out the right elbow while you hold this. And then do the same on the other side. We want to try not to shift our core to one side. You want to stay nice and aligned. Switch again. And again. And let's come back to the cat-cows one more time. Just do 3 or 4 nice and slowly. Try to create as much space between those shoulder blades by really arching every time. Okay, so a couple of days ago, we did a ton of legs. Today, we're going to do a little bit of legs and some arms, and we're going to start with arms. So having said that, get your butt down on the mat. You're going to take your weights, hopefully the heaviest ones that you use for chest presses and triceps, and have a nice little lie down. But grab hold of your weights, lie yourself down, bend your legs, get the weights straight up towards the ceiling. So right now you're just holding them, your palms face each other. I want you to rock your pelvis forward and back while you just hold the weights up there. Okay. Now with your low back skin on the floor, so you've got your pelvis tilting up, I want you to press up through your heels and lift your hips up off the floor. So you're in a bridge holding these weights. Now we have our feet hip width apart. I want you to isometrically activate those inner thigh muscles. So draw, it's isometric, so you're not really moving, but more than maybe just a fraction of an inch. But I want you to try to activate as much muscle as you can. So we're going to start with tricep. So you're going to bend at the elbow, let the weights come down, tap the shoulder, and then go back to that straight arm. So you're really trying to come down slowly and press up slowly. So you got lots of control while you focus on squeezing your butt and keeping your hips up. So we're going to try to do 4 more. Keep those glutes nice and tight. No swinging of the weight. Get rid of all the momentum. Just use your muscle. Now, put your butt back down on the floor. Keep the weights up there, pointing up towards the ceiling. Rock that pelvis again. Now, press that low back skin down on the floor, so you're tilting your pelvis up. We're gonna open the arms nice and wide and start a series of flies. So you're going out wide till the back of the arms hopefully get to the floor. And maybe not on your first rep, maybe you improve the range of motion as you do a few of these. It's really important to control it. So you're going out very slowly and you're coming in nice and slow. So inhale as you take them out, exhale as you bring them together. Your breathing will help you, especially when you start to fatigue. Okay, while the weights are at the top, I want you to do one tricep extension. And now come back and continue with your fly. And do another tricep extension. So you're going to do one and one. When the arms go out in your fly, try not to pop the rib cage out. We really ideally would like to be pressing everything into the floor, like your whole core, not just the lower back. We're going to try to do another 3 before we give our arms and our grip a little bit of a break. So your last one of each. Then we're going to put the weights down, take a little reprieve and do a little core. Okay, so put those weights down, shake out that grip, maybe grab a sip of water. Cheers. Okay. You're down on your back. Your knees are over your hips and your feet are flexed. 90 degrees at the knee. Now press that low back down and just walk the right leg forward and bring it back where you started. And then walk the left one forward. So the heel ends up just above the floor with your tummy pressing down and your lower back on the floor. So just keep alternating, walking the legs out one at a time. A little bit of work for the hip flexor and a lot of work for your core. Your ribs are low. You're pressing everything into the floor. Now, we don't want to bring the knees all the way towards your chest because that really takes away a lot of the workload out of the core. So try to keep it hard the whole time. So you're moving your knees forward, but you're still able to keep the lower back on the floor. Keep walking. We're going to do 3 more on each leg. If it feels easy, you're bringing your knees in too close. Okay, now bring your knees in close. Make a nice little circle. Massage that lower back. Give your core and hip flexors a bit of a break here. Maybe a gentle rock side to side. Nice. Now put your feet back on the floor. Your legs are still bent. You're going to take your hands, clasp your fingers together, lift your head up off the floor while you tuck your chin. So drop your elbows back, And try to continue to get the shoulder blades lifting up. You're just doing a crunch hold here. Keep breathing. Keep pressing everything down into the floor. And now take it back down, relax. But keep your hands back there because we're going to come up. This time we're going to come up, crunch up, and rotate towards the right. So you're going to crunch up, rotate both shoulders towards the right. I want you to feel your side body here. So you're really on that right shoulder blade more so, and the left one is totally off the floor. And then bring it back down for a little reprieve. Crunch it up, rotate onto that left shoulder blade so you feel your left side body. Hold it. Keep trying to lift up, not just go sideways. And then take it down. You should feel an immediate activation, tremble, burn, whatever, maybe all of the above, if you're really getting in the right spot. So let's try again. Lift up, rotate onto that right shoulder blade, and keep trying to lift up. Now take that left elbow. If it's pulled forward, take it back. And relax. And we have one more on the left. Crunch up. Get onto that left shoulder blade and then try to lift as you drop that right elbow back. Keep lifting up. And then release. Okay, bring your arms by your side. We're going to rock that pelvis again. Nice. Now walk your feet in as close to your rear end as you can get them. And then lift the toes off the floor and the pads of the feet. So you just have the heels down. Now squeeze your butt, tilt up, and lift up into a bridge with your toes and pads of feet off the floor. And then roll it back down ever so slowly till that lower back is on the floor, and then tilt up and lift up. So you're really pressing up through the heels here. Do it again. Very slow and deliberate. Make sure you're getting those hips as high as they can go. Okay, so on this last one, you're going to hold it up, put your toes down on the floor so your feet are relaxed, and then take your arms and just grab onto each shoulder. So left hand, right shoulder, right hand, left shoulder. So you're just crossing your arms over your chest. So this is going to require balance, because you don't have your arms to help you. Now, if it's not suitable for you today, put your arms back on the floor. We're going to try to just lift the right heel up off the floor to start, and then put it down and lift the left. So try not to let your torso move, right? Just try to unweight some of that one foot. Now lift both heels at the same time and lower back down. Lift both toes at the same time, lower back down. Now try to lift just the right foot off the floor and then put it down, and try to lift the left and put it down. Now hold here, squeeze your knees, move them in so they're touching each other, and then open them as far as you can. And squeeze in and open and squeeze and open and squeeze. Now open them just to hip width. Extend your right leg straight out. Thighs are at the same height. Put it down. Do the same with the left. Extend that leg straight out. Put it down. Hold your bridge. Get onto your heels. Try to squeeze those knees together so they touch. And just hold here. Lots of force coming into these knees. Open and squeeze. Keep the toes up. Open and squeeze. And do it one more time. Open and squeeze and hold. You're here just 5 seconds. And then lower back down, extend your legs all the way down, take the arms all the way back behind you. Nice big long stretch. And now bring the arms forward, lift your head, roll up, tucking in the belly, and let's dive in between the legs. Nice little stretch for that lower back. So we're gonna hang out here for a few breaths. You're doing those bridges and holding them. That's a lot of work for the tummy and your back. Okay, sitting up, you're gonna grab your weights again. We're gonna do some chest work this time. So take your weights, lie down, bend your legs. Your palms are gonna face forward with your arms fully extended. Elbows are going out to the side, back of the arms touch the floor, press it back up. Incorporate your breathing. So you're exhaling as you press up, inhaling when you go down. Let's get the weights touching each other at the top. Nice and slow. Really important here to keep those wrists neutral. Squeeze that chest when you bring the weights together at the top. It should be very deliberate. We're going to do 3 more, and then we're going to add a rotation of our hands when we get to the top. Okay, so on this one, when you press up, turn your palms now to face each other and let the weights touch. And then open them back out so your palms are facing forward, come back down. So you're doing a full turn of the hands on each rep. Nice and slow, lots of control. You have 5 more. If you get tired or you want to switch things up, you could do 1 at a time. Although that does require a little bit more of your core to engage, which is also a good thing. And bring those weights together, lower them down, rock and roll yourself up to a seated position. Put them down on the floor. You're going to lie yourself back down. You're going to connect the bottoms of your feet and let your knees splay open to the sides. So just sort of get used to that. Maybe gentle rock side to side. Maybe bounce the legs up and down a little bit. Keeping your feet connected. You're going to bring your arms straight up to the ceiling and you're going to clasp your fingers together. So arms are long. Now you're going to lift the head, tuck the chin, and let the arms pull forward. Just hold this. Draw the belly down. Try to get a little further forward. And then take the shoulders and the back of the head back down to the floor. Do it again. Press up. Don't let the ribs or belly stick out. Go back down. Press up. And make sure when you go down, you're letting those neck muscles release, right? Press up. And down. Now this time, we're going to take our hands, while we press up, we're gonna rotate the palms so that they're pointing towards your right knee. Feel that right side body again. Come back center and lower back down. Come up, hands point to they're just over your left thigh, pointing at the knee. Come back down. Do it again. Press up and down and left leg and relax. Take the legs all the way out long. Same with the arms. Okay, now you're gonna do a field goal pose with your arms. So elbows and shoulders at the same height. Nice and flat on the shoulder blades. I want you to bend your legs. Now tilt your pelvis up. So you're working your six-pack muscle while we rehab our shoulders. So with the back of the hands on the floor, I want you to sweep them along the floor so they stay down. And then see if you can connect your thumb and middle finger back there. Go as far as you can. You might not get there. That's okay. And then come back where your elbows are at the height of the shoulder. Let's try that again. Slide backwards. It's a great way to open the chest muscles after we just worked them. It's nice to be nice and flat on those shoulder blades. It should feel really good for your upper back. Do it again. Third time's the charm. Nice and slow. The longer it takes you to try to get the fingers together, the better off you're going to be. Then come back nice and slow. Bring the arms in and by your side, palms face the floor. Let's take these legs all the way up to the ceiling. You're going to lift the arms off the floor now, your palms face down. You're going to crunch it up again, drawing the belly down. We're going to move the legs forward, pulse your arms. Just breathe, keep your legs nice and long. Shoulder blades are lifting, lower back is on the floor. Adjust your leg height as you begin to fatigue. We're going to do this for about 5 or 10 more seconds. Okay, let's relax, bring your knees in. Nice little circle to massage the lower back. Put your feet down on the floor, arms down on the floor, legs are bent. You're going to take your gaze, roll your head to look over to the right side of your room. And then bring it back and roll to the left. Go as far as you can. Do it again on each side. We did a lot of work for that neck, so it's nice to give it a little love. One more time on each side. Nice. Okay, let's rock and roll ourselves all the way up. We're going to stand up. So I'm going to have you hold both weights. You're going to take your left foot forward, your right foot back. Both heels are on the floor. Now, so you should feel stable. I want you to look down at your feet and make sure they're both pointing forward. Now bend into your front leg. Your back heel's on the floor, so you're getting the benefit of a nice lower leg stretch. Now you're going to lean forward with your upper body. So you got your front leg bent, your back leg straight, you're leaning forward. Now you're going to row these weights. So the elbows are going to come up, keeping close to the side of your body and lower back down. So while you begin to lift them up, think about trying to move them back at the same time. Keeping the chest nice and proud, Going nice and slow. So I like to resist the weight going down. It's going to help me fatigue these muscles quicker. You should maybe now have started to feel some work in your left glute. Embrace that. That's good for us. Okay, now keep your arms long. Everything else is going to stay the same, except you're going to lean forward so you feel your weights getting closer to the floor. So now you're really getting into your left glute. Just hold this 5 seconds. And I'll come back up. Switch your feet. Right foot forward, left foot back. Start out with both legs straight. Make sure you feel stable. Bend your front leg. Lean forward. Start your rows. Your back heel's on the floor. Calf muscles getting a nice stretch. Nice and slow and steady with the weights. Make sure your face is looking forward so you haven't dropped it, right? Your neck should be neutral. 3 more rows. Now extend the arms, lean forward more till you feel, oh my goodness, that right glute. Once you've got a lot of intensity there, just hold. Now come back up. Put the weights down. Whew. Hopefully you felt that. We're going to do a little balance challenge. So standing on your right leg, kickstand the left foot just to get your balance sorted out, as I like to say. Now, extending the arms out makes it easier. Pulling everything in makes it harder. Pick your left foot up, start to circle the ankle. Go the other way. Point and flex. Just hold. Nothing fancy, just hold. Okay, put the foot down. Kickstand this right foot now. Weighting everything into the left leg. Arms can be wherever you want them to be. Pick up the foot. Start your circles. Go the other way. So not only does this really challenge our balance, but it helps you work your hip flexors. Point and flex. Just hold. Now, while you're holding, I want you to try to get taller. So think about lifting out of that left hip. Put the foot down. Great job. Turn and face the right side of your room. I want a big space between the legs. You're going to come down, fingertips only to the floor. Your toes are pointing out. You're shifting your hips backwards. This is posterior muscle chain work, not quads. So you've got to get that butt back. Now take the left arm out to the side. We know this as windmill. We do it because it's super duper good for you. Lift that left shoulder up. Feel that inner thigh stretch. Lift the left shoulder. Hold it. Take your gaze, maybe look up at that hand. Keep trying to move those hips backwards. And then let it go. Let the top of the head just hover above the floor. Nice little break. Now inhale, extend. Shift backwards. Fingertips are out in front. Remember, it's the back of the body we're going for. So there should be no weight in the front part of your feet. Right arm out to the side, starts parallel to the floor. Lift that right shoulder. Take your gaze, follow it. Shift backwards with the hips. Get your shoulder higher up. Nice job. Hand comes back down. Top of the head hovers above the floor. Walk your feet together, keep your head down. So you're just looking through your legs to the left side of your room. Turn and face forward. So hands down, step back, meet me in your high plank position. Soften your knees to the floor. We're going to do some scapular push-ups with our knees down. So you're going to press the chest through the arms towards the floor and then push it away from the floor. You're not bending the arms. It's only the torso moving up and down. Work the full range that you can. And we're going slowly. Draw that belly button up and in. Now come off your knees. So you're in your regular high plank. Do the same thing. Up and down. Scapular push-ups. You might not get the same range of motion. Whatever you get is good. Keep working at it. I'm going to shoot for 5 more here. 5, nice and slow. 4, 3, 2. When we get done, we're going to meet in a down dog. 5 big, huge breaths here. Come back to your plank. Step your feet into bear. Knees are 1 inch above the floor. Now put the knees down. Come onto the tops of your feet and sit back on your heels. It's a good stretch to do for your quads, your shins. Remember, we have to work this mobility as we age so we don't lose it. Okay, come onto all fours with 1 weight. You're going to have the weight in your right hand. You're in your quadruped position. We're going to do a kickback. So you're going to row the weight up, kick it back, and then lower it. So we're going to do 8 on the right and 8 repetitions on the left. So remember, get that elbow nice and high, then kick the weight back to a straight arm, and then lower it. So hopefully you don't have to use momentum. Your weight is enough that you can control getting that arm straight without swinging it. Make sure you haven't dropped your face. Your neck should be nice and long. When you've finished your 8 reps, start on the opposite side. Nice and strong through your core. So you should really be pulling your stomach up and in. No movement in the hips. My last one. There we go. Put that weight down. Both hands are on the floor. You're still in your quadruped position. We're going to come into a small down dog. So lift your knees up, heels down, get your legs nice and straight. Just hold here. Just a few more breaths. Okay, now we're going to walk our hands towards the feet. So you're in a full fold, let your head go. Turn your toes out a little bit and maybe take your stance a little wider. We're going to do a low squat here. So wherever you need to position your feet so your knees feel good, then just lower your butt down. Once you've lowered your butt down, I want you to lift up your arms. Lots of work for the thoracic spine here. These are your posture muscles. Now lower the hands, go back to a straight leg and meet me with your head hovering above the floor. So you're letting all the muscles in that back just hang down towards the floor. Now let's do it again. Extend the spine, drop your booty, lift the arms up. This is a great exercise to do if you sit a lot. Come back, full fold, head releases, shoulders hang. We're going to do this one more time. Inhale, extend, drop your booty, lift the arms up. Now you're going to take the hands just behind your butt and have a seat. And then extend the legs all the way out. So here we go. Stretch time. Woohoo! It's officially now a party. Take your legs, open them nice and wide. Sit up tall and walk it out. Feet are flexed. When you can't go out anymore, I want you to hold for 3 deep breaths. Try to rotate those feet so they point towards the back of the room. And then see if you can lower the elbows and relax the head. Come off the elbows so you're back with a long spine. Get up onto your fingertips. Walk it back in. We're going to do the 90-90 stretch on the right side to start. So scoot your hip over to the edge of the mat. Right leg is out in front, 90 degrees, left one in the back. Lean over that leg. If you need to use your arms, do it. If you don't do it. Just you're going to go up and down, nice and slowly. Now on this next one, we're going to hold it down. So I'm going to walk my hands out, fingertips only. I'm going to get my chest going right over that front leg and just sort of hold where you feel a challenging spot. Now lower the forearms to the floor so you're offsetting some of the weight. Just sort of hang out here for a few breaths. Now walk it back up. You're going to post your right hand just outside the right leg. Your left hand can be wherever. I want you to pick your back foot up off the floor, lower it back down. Whatever activation you can get is what I want. So lift, and release. Lift and release. 3 more. Nice job. Pull that leg forward, the left one. Scoot over to the left side. Walk those hands out, or keep your hands at your chest and fold over the leg, whichever you feel more comfortable with. You're going to slowly bring it up, slowly take it down. On this next one, walk those hands out, just hold them out there. Find a nice little happy spot. Forearms are off the floor to start. Your chest is right over that left leg. Now put the forearms down, just kind of sink into that leg here. Hold for a few breaths. Take it back up. I know we're out of time, but we're just going to lift this back leg a couple of times. Super good to get oxygen to the hip. That's what you're doing with this activation. Okay, bring that leg forward. We're coming up onto the toes. We are officially done. Roll it up 1 vertebrae at a time. Take a nice big deep breath. And I thank you so much for your power and strength and being here. Woohoo! Happy Saturday. There she is, the lady in pink.